and now I'm joined by Simon Calder to talk about the multiple summer travel chaos. Well, what did you make? You were with me, of course, when the RMT representative was on the line. Simon, what did you make of what he had to say?
Well, effectively turning it very much into a political fight that I am observing the unions are quite comfortable to do, and actually the government in London is also comfortable to do. We've had, as you mentioned, Grant Shapps saying you're striking yourselves out of a job. The unions say effectively what they're saying is that we know the government's got loads of money and we'd like it, thanks. And the argument that the rail industry is in a state of collapse because obviously all the commuters who used to effectively underwrite the whole train set through commuting in, particularly in the London area. Many of those are working from home. They're not buying the season tickets, anything like the same number. The only hope is for leisure travel to come back really strongly. And so interesting, the strikes that we had called yesterday, so it's the train drivers on the 30th of July, that's a Saturday, and the RMT extra strikes they called late last night on the 18th, Thursday of August, and the 20th, which is a Saturday of August, aimed absolutely squarely at holidaymakers and at day trippers. They want to attack cause the most disruption. Understandably, any trade union will want to do that, and they realise that no point targeting commuters, much better to go for families.
Because commuters can stay at home, as you've rightly said, and that's what happened during those initial strikes. If you were commuting, you just stayed at home, worked from home. But it does hit leisure travellers really, really hard, because if you're coming over for the weekend to London and there's no train, my goodness, what do you do?
Oh, sure, and it, of course, goes far beyond that. It means that all the traders at the seaside resorts aren't getting the people going there. Really important to say, though, that there are some parts of the UK which are not going to be affected.
Sure. Notably
Northern Ireland, and I get so cross whenever people say, oh, yeah, this is the first UK-wide strike for 30 years. No, it isn't.
They mix up UK and the GB quite frequently, Simon, as well, you know.
Northern Ireland Railways is continuing to run an excellent service. And also the Isle of Wight will be operating absolutely normally through these times. But I'm afraid I haven't seen, I know you're far too young to remember the 1980s, but it does remind me very strongly of the kind of government and trade union punch-up that characterised that decade. And it's terrible this is happening, of course. Poor old passenger stuck absolutely in the middle.
Passenger's the one that suffers. And just talking about suffering, I've been looking at a few stories of people having their flights cancelled, of the amount of money they've had to spend. There's a story in the Daily Telegraph today. EasyJet 7-hour flight delay cost our family £1,500. Now, they will be able to claim that back, but it's having to go through all of that process.
It is a shocking summer, and that's why we are seeing, Arlene, extraordinary things happening, like Heathrow Airport saying to the airlines, as it did this week, right, stop selling tickets all summer. You can't sell another ticket, and we're going to ask you to cancel some flights to get the number of passengers down. Anything to avoid these at the gates cancellations.
Yeah.
But the other scandal, and I'm talking to the Civil Aviation Authority about this all the time, is that airlines, when they do cancel a flight, don't give people the full range of options. I was just talking to one of your colleagues at GBNews. Had a flight cancelled 7th of August, Bordeaux to London by British Airways, and they did not say, we're really sorry, but as you'll see, there's 3 EasyJet flights that you can travel on, and we are obliged to pay for one of those for you.